Locally owned and operated.
We're Real Country, 1430 AM, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM. Translator W297CH.
The following is a presentation of WRDN Sports. Welcome to the Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com. Now, with today's Panther Preview, here is Brian Winnekins.
From Plum City High School tonight, it's Durand Panther girls basketball as the Lady Panthers take on Elmwood-Plum City in a Dunn-St. Croix matchup. This is the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. For the Lady Panthers, they're in first place in the Dunn-St. Croix at 5-1 after their big win over Boyceville Friday night, 73-27. For Elmwood-Plum City, they're sitting at 1-3 in the conference after losing to Elmwood 56-51. For the Elmwood-Plum City Wolves, Maggie Glaus is the leading scorer at 16.5 points per game. And Blandford, leading rebounder at 7 rebounds a game. And for the Lady Panthers, Madison Kilbotton still the leading scorer on the team with 11.5 points per game. Coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to talk with Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen about the big win over Boyceville and also tonight's game against Elmwood-Plum City. But coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, well, there were a whole bunch of games going on around the area last night. We'll review the scores on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. That's coming up next here on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand Panther girls basketball on WRDN.
Every morning, our eyelids open up. Our muscles lift us out of bed. Our neurons fire up the daily routine, and our feet move us forward as our body performs miracle after miracle to keep us going. And the greater miracle is how we keep each other going. Our collective courage is what keeps us strong. That's why Advent Health Durand cares for the whole you, so you can keep taking care of each other. Learn about what makes you incredible at humansareincredible.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. As we get ready for tonight's Durand Plum City Elmwood girls basketball game, let's run down scores from last night in high school sports on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Markets, your hometown grocery store. Boys basketball last night, Lake Holcomb over Boyceville 70-45. It was Regis defeating Mondovi 58-45. River Falls over Eau Claire North 60-45. Baldwin Woodville over Osceola 53-43. Girls basketball last night, Baldwin Woodville over St. Croix Central 62-33. It was Menominee over Eau Claire Memorial 61-44. Augusta defeats Glenwood City 66-64. Coming up tonight in high school basketball and girls basketball, along with the Durand and Plum City Elmwood game. Boyceville is at Elk Mound. Glenwood City is hosting Mondovi. Spring Valley is at Colfax in the Dunn-St. Croix. In the Darylin Conference, Augusta is at Gilmanton. Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran hosting Blair Taylor. Independence at Cochrane Fountain City. Melrose Mindoro at Alma Center Lincoln. Whitehall is playing Alma Pepin. Meanwhile, Middle Border Conference girls hoops tonight. Amory at Prescott. New Richmond travels to Baldwin Woodville. Osceola hosting St. Croix Central. Ellsworth is at River Falls. Boys basketball tonight, there are some games in the area. In the Darylin Conference, Whitehall at Alma Pepin. Dunn-St. Croix, Boyceville will be at Augusta. Middle Border Conference, it is Amory at Prescott. Ellsworth traveling to New Richmond. Somerset plays at St. Croix Central. That's what's happening around the area tonight in high school sports. On the way on our Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to talk with Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen about the game tonight. That's coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand Panther girls basketball on WRDN.
When there's an emergency, there's no safer place to be than our ER. If you're injured or having symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, or severe stomach discomfort, seek emergency care immediately. At Advent Health, we're taking extra precautions to continuously sanitize our facilities, isolate COVID patients, and keep you safe. We've never been more ready. To find a location closest to you, visit adventhealther.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, being brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com as we get ready for tonight's Durand Elmwood-Plum City girls basketball game. Joining us right now, Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen. And Coach, well, pretty big win over Boyceville last week.
Yeah, I thought we played pretty well. We moved the basketball well against the zone, and then we knocked down shots. And then we were pretty tough defensively, which was really nice to see the energy out of all the girls.
And again, a big win, so obviously throughout most of the game, you were able to put in a lot of kids, weren't you?
Yeah, it's always nice to get everybody in the game and get everybody opportunities to score. I thought our starters did a nice job of setting the tone, and then people coming in off the bench had great energy, and then it just continued all the way through the game.
Really, the nice benefit of that is, with the year that we've had, you never know when you're going to lose someone for a few weeks. So you always have someone ready to go to step up because they have that experience.
Correct. Yeah, we've been talking all year that we kind of play in every game like it's a playoff game or it's your last game because we don't know what could happen this year as far as a team getting quarantined. Maybe another team gets quarantined. We lose a couple games. So we're going to play every game like it's our last one and go as far as we can.
Talking with Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen this evening. Well, tonight taking on Elmwood-Plum City, what's the tape show you of the Wolves?
Well, they're a little bit different this year. They have a different coaching staff, first off, so that adds a little bit different things for a coach to look at. They look much improved to me. I think it's a lot of those younger girls have now gotten a little more experience. They're tough. They didn't make a ton of mistakes in the games I watched, and they actually shot it pretty well. So it's a team that I think that we're going to have to come out and play with a lot of energy right away and kind of get after them. Otherwise, they could kind of take it to us all night long.
Is that always, what you get a whole new coach, have they changed like offensive systems and defensive systems, or is it kind of similar to years past?
No, I mean, I think it's different. It'll be hard to say until we get into the game tonight, but they're doing different things on film that haven't done in the past. So I would assume that those things will carry over tonight and we'll be seeing a little bit different team. But also, in general, I just think that some of their players have gotten better, more experience, and gotten better to where it's not quite the same team it's been in the past.
Defensively, do they like to do man-to-man or zone?
I've seen a lot more man-to-man this year out of them, but I would imagine they have a little bit of both, just like most teams do. So we'll see what we see tonight.
And you mentioned getting out to a fast start. How important is that? Because obviously I know a lot of folks say, well, we should be, quote, favored. So how important is it to get out quickly right away so that they're not hanging around? Because if they're hanging around, all of a sudden you got a shootout on your hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we like to set the tone first 5 minutes of the game. We really want them to take that first time out. That's a goal of ours. We like to do that defensively by getting after them, making them uncomfortable. I think that's one of the bigger compliments we took from the Boyceville game is chatting with their head coach after the game. He really praised us for our ability to be athletic and really get into them and make them have a hard time running their offense. So that's kind of who we are in Durand, and that's kind of what we want to do to every team a little bit.
All right, good luck tonight, Coach. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen on the way. We have starting lineups and tip-off. It's Durand at Elmwood-Plum City. Coming up next here in Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN.
At Advent Health, nothing is more important to us than you. We're here to care for you, ease your mind, and lift your spirits. Our medical expertise and network of care can help you meet your health challenges, hurdles, and hardships with hope, with courage, with confidence. Today, tomorrow, and in the future, we are here when you need us the most. For the latest updates on coronavirus, visit coronavirusresourcehub.com.
And welcome back to Plum City High School, where we are just moments away from tonight's Durand Elmwood-Plum City girls basketball game. I'm Brian Winnekins, and a special welcome to the men and women serving in the military listening to our broadcast via our website at realcountry1430.com. And we hope tonight's broadcast brings you a taste of home wherever you may be serving. And our live audio streaming coverage being brought to you in part by Prime Realty of Durand and Mondovi, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. And also Adam Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center, Durand. And visit Adam Super Service. They also offer shuttle and loaner vehicles while they fix your vehicle. Adam Super Service, downtown Durand. Well, we're all kind of tucked in here at Mondovi, or at Plum City High School, as we will get ready for our national anthem, and then we'll get our starting lineups here.
Please stand if you are able and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
And our national anthem this evening. And again, we are just moments away from tonight's starting game here between Durand and Elmwood-Plum City. Starting lineups for the Durand Panthers. 5-1 in the Dun St. Croix in first place, 6-3 overall. Coming out will be junior number 10, Madison Sand. Number 12, junior Madison Kilbotton. Number 22, senior Leah Sabelko. Number 30, Jocelyn Carruthers, the junior. And number 55, senior McKenna Hurlbert. For Elmwood-Plum City, 1-3 in the Dun St. Croix, 3-5 overall. Number 3, Haley McDonough, the junior. Number 11, junior Maggie Glaus. Number 12, sophomore Hannah Forster. Number 20, junior Hannah Bear. And number 22, senior Anna Blandford. Those are our starting lineups tonight. Also throughout the night, we're going to be thanking our high school sports sponsors. Again, we can't stress this enough. Without the support of our businesses and organizations, it's pretty simple. We would not be able to do all of these games on WRDN and even with our live streaming as well. So please thank Sundstrom and Company, your local tax experts. Call them now for our tax planning, as it is tax time. 672-4425 to schedule your appointment. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, your answer for clean, cost-effective propane for your home energy needs. Shaw's Gas, downtown Durand. N-Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning, downtown Durand, with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access. Find out about tanning and fitness bundle packages now. Visit them on Facebook, on their Facebook page, for additional specials. And also the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Again, please thank our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible. Panthers in their purple uniforms with the gold numerals. The Wolves in their white uniforms with the black numerals. Panthers will be going from left to right. The Wolves right to left this evening. And Panthers, since they're the visitors, get the ball to start. Hope you enjoy our broadcast and watching on our website and YouTube channel as well this evening. And happy that we were able to be able to even live video stream the game as we are underway. Madison Sand now has it on the left wing. She's going to drive inside. Bounce pass inside to Hurlbert. Stolen by the Wolves. And back the other way we come. Now into the corner. Back out to the left wing. Out to center court now. That is Forster. Forster now to Glaus. Glaus, she'll try to drive inside. Puts up the shot off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Hurlbert. Hurlbert to Sabelko. Sabelko quickly across the timeline into the corner now. 3-ball from Kilbotton. Shot no good. And rebounded by number 20, Hannah Bear. Back the other way come the Wolves. That is McDonough. McDonough now to Bear. Bear back over to Forster. Forster now
At the top of the key now to McDonough. McDonough, right wing. She'll try to drive inside. She gets around one defender, puts up the shot, up and in. Wolves lead 2-0. Sabelko now quickly across the timeline. Over to Kilbotton on the right wing. Kilbotton inside to Hurlburt. Hurlburt up and in, gets the shooter's roll. We're tied at 2. Full court Panther press now. Bounce pass now over to Blanford. And Blanford passes it back off to McDonough. Here comes the trap. Still not across the timeline, but they do get it across the timeline to Blanford. Blanford now into the corner, and that's number 20, Bear. Bear, 3-ball shot, no good. And loose ball coming up with it is Sabelko. Sabelko quickly back the other way. Tried to pass inside to Kilbotton. She can't hang on to it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Wolves' ball. And McDonough now to inbound it. And ball knocked out of bounds by Madison Sand. So we'll try it again in the right corner. And that is McDonough looking. And it's going to be stolen initially, but then coming up with the loose ball is McDonough. Here comes the trap. McDonough now has the ball nearly intercepted, but Glouse comes up with it. Across the timeline she comes. Over to Forster. Forster, though, travels. And so it'll go back to the Panthers. So to inbound it will be Madison Sand. And now inbounded to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline to the top of the key. Over to Hurlburt. Hurlburt tried to get it to Hurlburt, and it gets thrown out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Wolves. Tied at 2, 15:55 left in the half. As McDonough now to inbound it. Looking, gets it inbounded to Blanford. Blanford now, here comes the trap, but she'll get it across the timeline. And back over now to Forster. Forster into the lane, puts up the shot, gets the shooter's roll. And now 4-2 Wolves. As Sabelko across the timeline. Sabelko now over to Carruthers. Carruthers inside to Hurlburt. Hurlburt has to kick it back out to Carruthers. It's going to be over and back. So they'll inbound it right in front of us. A little high on the pass. And McDonough looking, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Kilbotton. So we'll try it again. So McDonough to try it again. Bounce pass now to Forster. Forster at the center court. Now comes into the lane. Kicks it into the corner. Long two. Shot no good. Loose ball, and still a loose ball. Whistling a foul. Foul will be on number 12, Forster, and that is her first team foul. So inbounded to Sabelko. And Sabelko now comes across the timeline. Over to Kilbotton now. Kilbotton on the right wing. Kilbotton bounce pass inside. Tried to get it inside to Hurlburt. She throws it away. It goes back to the Wolves. Timeout, Durand. 15:08 remaining here in the first half. 4-2. Elmwood-Plum City. And thank you to Bowers LP Gas and Appliance, featuring Frigidaire and Maytag appliances and providing installation and service downtown Durand. The Jerry Bear & Sons, featuring dog and pet food from Nutrisource and Diamond, located by Annabeth Silo, Highway 25 Durand. Riverland Energy, your touchstone energy partner. The Chenfit Smith Funeral Home, serving the Mondovi area. Find out about pre-planning funeral services by calling 926-30-630 or visit Chenfit-SmithFuneralHome.com. And Bauer Bill Tire and Service for all of your tire needs, rotations, oil changes. Visit Bauer Bill Tire and Service, Prospect Street, Durand, and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. Please thank all of our sports sponsors. Again, they make our sports broadcasts possible. All right, here we go. And pass is intercepted by Carruthers on the inbound. Carruthers now at the top of the key now over to Kilbottom to Sabelco. Sabelco now to Sand. Sand on the right wing. Back over to Carruthers. Carruthers in the right corner. Back over to Kilbottom on the right wing. Staying on the outside. Inside to try to get it inside to Hurlburt. She's got to kick it back out though to Sabelco. Sabelco top of the key. Drives inside. Does a spin move. Kicks it over to Carruthers. Carruthers over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom 3-ball shot. No good. Rebounded by the Wolves. Coming up with the rebound is Blanford. Blanford over to McDonough. McDonough across the timeline. She'll go into the lane. Kicks it back out now to Blanford. Blanford will try into the lane. Now she'll kick it back out onto the wing to Bear. On the left wing, ball knocked away. But it is going to be, they're going to say it is off the Wolves. It'll go back to the Panthers. So inbounded to Sabelco. Sabelco now across the timeline. Over to Sand. Sand to Hurlburt at the top of the key. Hurlburt looking for a cutter, nobody home. Back over to Sabelco now. Sabelco top of the key now. Over to Kilbottom on the right wing. Kilbottom now back over to Carruthers at the top of the key to Sabelco. Sabelco to Sand on left wing. She thinks about the three, decides, nope, not going to do that. Over to Sabelco now at the top of the key. Back to Carruthers on the left wing. Carruthers looking for Hurlburt inside. She's going to try it. Hurlburt into the lane. Puts up the shot. Blocked. Blocked by number 11, and that is Glaus with the block. Coming up with the loose ball is McDonough. McDonough now comes across the timeline for the Wolves. Stolen by Sabelco. Sabelco back the other way, up and in. And we are tied. And now inbounded pass to Forster. Forster now kicks the ball, loose ball, and coming up with it is Carruthers. Carruthers over to Sand. Sand into the lane, around a defender, over, lays it, no good. Rebounded by Forster. Forster quickly back the other way now for the Wolves. Try to slow it down here to McDonough. McDonough now back to Bear. Bear on the left wing. She's going to try to drive inside. Puts up the hook shot. Does not get the shooter's roll. Rebounded by Sand. Sand to Sabelco now. Sabelco across the timeline now to Carruthers. Carruthers top of the key. Carruthers now back over to Kilbottom. Kilbottom on the left wing. Kilbottom comes back over to the top of the key. Looking for Hurlburt inside. Nope, she's going to keep it herself. And has the ball knocked away. And it's off of her, as it was initially knocked out of her hands by Forster. Tied at 4, 12:55 in the game, or in the half rather. We are tied. And so now McDonough to inbound it. McDonough now inbounds it to Izzy Forster as she comes across the timeline. Ball in there is tipped, and coming up with a loose ball is Hurlburt. Hurlburt now back over to Carruthers. Carruthers comes back across the timeline now to Kilbottom. Kilbottom to Sand. Sand now to Oth, who's in. To Sabelco. Sabelco now to Kilbottom. Kilbottom on the right wing. Back over to Sabelco at the top of the key. Looking for Hurlburt inside. She'll keep it herself. Now bounce pass back out to Sand. Sand to Sabelco at the top of the key. Fakes left, goes right, drives the lane, puts up the shot, up and in. Oh, nice job by Leah Sabelco. And it's 6-4 Panthers. And so McDonough now. Here comes the trap. She's in trouble. Needs some help. Gets some from Izzy Forster. She comes quickly back the other way for the Wolves. Down to the right wing now. Over to McDonough. McDonough now kicks it back over to Hannah Forster. She puts up a shot. No good. Whistle the foul as the rebound was by Kilbottom. Foul will be on number 10, Izzy Forster, and that is her first second-team foul. Coming in for the Panthers now is Bentley Bauer and also Edison Weiss as Sand and Kilbottom come out. So inbounded now to Sabelco. Panthers lead 4-6. Across the timeline comes Sabelco. Over to Oth now. Oth again on the right wing. Over to Weiss now at the top of the key. To Sabelco. Sabelco to Bauer. Bauer on the left wing now. Looking for someone inside. Shot. She finds Hurlburt. Hurlburt puts up the shot, up and in. And so now Forster, it's Izzy Forster to McDonough. 8-4 Panthers. And she gets across the timeline, loose ball. Coming up with it is Izzy Forster. Now a 3-ball. Shot's good! 3-ball by Anna Blanford. And it's now 8-7 Panthers. Across the timeline to Weiss. Weiss now inside to Hurlburt. Hurlburt wide open, up and in. Timeouts. Elmwood-Plum City 11:10 remaining in the half. It's 10-7 Panthers. Thank you to the Cottage downtown Durand. From floral arrangements to gifts for mom. Hey, Valentine's Day, guys, just around the corner. Visit the Cottage downtown Durand. The JK Auto Body and Rod Shop featuring custom painting, car restoration, and collision repair. Call the JK Auto Body and Rod Shop, Madison Street, Durand. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Durand Fresh Market. Numbers Are Us, common sense bookkeeping and more. They're a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor. Give them a call at 672-8093 or visit them online at numbersrus.com. You can also visit them on Facebook. Durand Smokehouse. Visit Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand, and ask about the beef and pork bundles. Riverside Grill, a Wisconsin country restaurant serving a real taste of Wisconsin. Don't forget, Friday night fish fry at Riverside Grill, and 24/7 in West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Find out more, visit www.coop. Thank all of our high school sports sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Timeout is done, and the Wolves have the ball. Inbound pass now to Forster. Forster now will start to come up court. Here comes the trap. Loose ball and whistling a foul. Foul, I think, is going to be on the Wolves. Nope, it's going to be on Hurlburt. That'll be her first. And so now it will, McDonough now will inbound it across the way. Looking, gets it over to Blanford. Blanford now across the timeline. Blanford now, pass nearly intercepted. Forster comes up with it. That's Izzy. Izzy puts up the shot. No good. Loose ball. And Bentley Bauer comes up with it but falls down. And now jump. And it will be, I think, the Wolves' ball. She had it, but then kind of fell and hung on to it. But then the Wolves kind of pounced. And so inbounding it right now will be Blanford. Blanford looking, and gets it inside now to Glaus. Glaus puts up the shot, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Bauer. Bauer to Sabelko. Sabelko quickly down court to Weiss. Weiss on the right wing. Back to Sabelko. Sabelko top of the key. To Weiss now in the corner. She'll square up. 3-ball. Shot's good! Addison Weiss with the 3. And 13-7 now Panthers. Over to McDonough. McDonough's pass is tipped by Weiss. Weiss comes up with the loose ball. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko's pass intercepted or knocked out, and we're going to get. Why did they stop the play? It'll stay Panther ball. I guess it must have been kicked out of bounds or something, so it'll stay Panther ball. Okay, as now Kilbotten will inbound it. She's back in, inbounds it to Weiss. Weiss right corner. Over to Bauer now. Bauer over to Kilbotten. Kilbotten drives in, left wing, puts up the shot, up and in. First points of the night for Kilbotten. And so now inbounded to McDonough. McDonough. Pass is tipped by Weiss again, but she comes up with the loose ball herself. That is McDonough again, gets across the timeline, down to the wing. Over to Forster. Forster into the lane. That's Hannah. Hannah puts up the shot off the glass. No good. Saves it, but saves it to Bauer. Bentley Bauer now over to Weiss. Weiss stops. Back to Bauer. Bauer across the timeline. Over to Kilbont. Inside to Hurlburt. Hurlburt up and in off the glass. No good. Gets her own rebound. Puts up another shot up and in. And so now inbounded back to McDonough. McDonough across the timeline. Oh, nearly traveled, but they're not going to call it. Now back to Blanford. Blanford pass inside. It's going to be Bentley Bauer knocks it out and then whistling a foul. I think the foul's going to be on the Wolves. Foul, yep, it'll be on Hannah Forster, and so second team foul. Carruthers coming back in for Hurlburt. Panthers lead 17-7, 9:19 left in the half. Coming in for the Wolves, Hannah Bear comes back in as Hannah Forster takes the seat. All right, inbounded to Weiss. So Weiss will come across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Carruthers. Carruthers on the right wing. Back over to, that is the off 3-ball shot, no good. And rebounded by Glaus. And back to McDonough. McDonough now across the timeline. Does a spin move. Top of the key now. Decides to score up. Shot, no good. And a loose ball, and the Wolves come up with it. That's Glaus. Glaus kicks it back out now over to Bear. Back to center court now with Izzy Forster. She'll try to drive in, can't do it. Now coming in is Blanford. Blanford has the ball stolen. Stolen by Bauer. Back to Weiss. Weiss over to Carruthers. Carruthers goes in from the right wing, puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by McDonough. McDonough now across the timeline. Comes down to the top of the key now. Looking for a cutter, no one there. Gets it over to Blanford, left wing, drives left baseline, shot, whistle, no foul. Foul's going to be on number 20, and that is going to be off, her first. All right, so inbounding it now will be Blanford to our left. Blanford inbounds it now to McDonough. McDonough back over to Forster on the wing. From the corner now, and ball stolen. Coming up with it is Sabelko. Sabelko back the other way, 2-on-1 break. Passes it inside to Sand, and up and in for Madison Sand. And we have a player hurt. Looks like McDonough hurt, and so we're going to get a timeout here. Panthers lead 19-7, 8:05 remaining here in the first half. All right, so we're ready to go now. As inbounding it now will be Hannah Forster. So Forster to inbound it. Inbounds it now to Blanford. Blanford back to Forster. Forster quickly back the other way. Over to Izzy. Izzy Forster. Now we get a 3-ball shot, no good, and rebounded by Sand. Sand to Sabelko. Sabelko quickly back the other way. Down to Kilbotton. Kilbotton inside pass to Weiss. Weiss up and in. Timeout. Elmwood-Plum City. And so the Panthers lead by a score of 21-7, 7:45 left in the first half. Thank you to the Goodrich Family Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. Find out about pre-planning services online at goodrichfh.com. Countryside Co-op. Ask about the Cenex Total Protection Plan warranty for your farm equipment today on Countryside Co-op. SFB, Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand. And Advent Health Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health Durand. Visit adventhealth.com for more information. Please thank all of our high school sports sponsors. Can't stress this enough. Without the support of these businesses and organizations, it's pretty simple. Wouldn't be listening to the game, wouldn't be watching the game, because we wouldn't have the game. So please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their stores, and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRDN. If you have a business or organization would like to be part of our broadcasts, we'd love to have you aboard. Give us a call at WRDN at 715-672-8989. That's 715-672-8989. Timeout's done. And so Hannah Forster will inbound it now for the Wolves. And it's inbounded to Blanford. Blanford back to Forster. She goes left, then right. Coming up, and the pass is tipped by Sabelko, but coming up with the loose ball is Izzy Forster. And getting it in, or taking up the shot, no good. That was number 12, rebound by Izzy Forster, shot up and in. And so now 21-9 Panthers. Over to Sand. Sand now to Carruthers. Carruthers right corner, 3-ball shot, no good. Rebounded by Kilbotton. Kilbotton now into the lane, does a spin move, high off the glass, up and in. So inbounded now to Izzy Forster, back to Hannah now. Hannah back to Izzy. And she'll come across the timeline for the Wolves. Here comes a 3-ball the other way from the right wing, shot no good. And rebounded by Kilbotton. Kilbotton to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline for the Panthers. Back over to Kilbotton. Thought about the downtown 3, decided nope, not going to do that now. Over to Pickering, who's in. Pickering to Carruthers. Carruthers right wing, 3-ball shot no good. Rebounded by Maggie Glaus. Glaus now to Hannah Forster. To Izzy. And back to Blanford. Blanford, she'll drive in from the right wing, puts up the shot, around a double team, up and in. Wow, nice move by Blanford. Make that shot. 23-11 Panthers, 6:17 left in the half. Pickering now in the right corner. Pickering back over to Carruthers at the top of the key. Now inside to Kilbottom. Kilbottom, stop, shot, good. Did the spin move and up and in, and now 25-11 Panthers. Forster now will come across the timeline. Pass is tipped. Loose ball. Sand to Sabelko. Sabelko up and in. And so now inbounded back to Forster, then back to Hannah. Hannah Forster now will come up across, or try to get up across the timeline. Pass is knocked down by Sabelko. Sabelko up and in. So inbounded now to Izzy Forster. She does a spin move, gets across the timeline. Back over to Hannah now. Hannah top of the key. Hannah to Izzy. Izzy now will hand it off to Blanford. Blanford right wing. Dishes it back out. Hannah now shot no good from the left side and rebounded by Kilbottom. Kilbottom to Sabelko. Sabelko to Pickering. Pickering up and in. So Ashley Pickering getting into the act. 31-11 Panthers, 4:53 left in the half. Over to Forster now. Forster, that's Hannah to Izzy. Izzy Forster now does a spin move. Here comes the trap, loose ball. Pickering comes up with it, gets it to Sabelko. Sabelko back the other way, puts up the shot, no good. Underlaid it, rebounded by Glaus. Paul stolen by Sabelko, and this time she gets fouled. So fouls on number 10, Izzy Forster. Right now, Leah Sabelko's being a one-person wrecking crew out there for the Panthers. Thank you to Sundstrom and Company, your local tax experts. It's tax time. Give them a call, 672-4425. Schedule your appointment today. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. First free throw was good. Coming up, our Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and SFB Security Financial Bank halftime show. We will have ABC News update, NASCAR news as well. Next free throw on the way by Sabelko is good. She has 10 on the night so far. Timeout, or no, we have a player change as Oth coming in for Sabelko. So inbounding it now will be Kenzie Bauer for Elmwood-Plum City. 33-11 Panthers. Over to McDonough now on the inbound. Back to Bauer. Bauer now to Blanford. Blanford to McDonough. McDonough coming up to the, gets across the timeline now. McDonough back over to Blanford, left or right wing rather, and we get a whistle and a foul. Foul will be on Kilbottom, her first 13 foul. Bentley Bauer comes in for Pickering. And so to inbound it on the far side now will be McDonough. Inbounded now to Blanford. Blanford's pass nearly intercepted, but McDonough comes up with it. She'll come down to the right wing. Back over to Blanford. Blanford three ball. Gets her own rebound as it's no good. Back to Bear. Bear on the left wing. Back to McDonough. McDonough now comes down to the top of the key, does a spin move. And at the free throw line now to Bauer. Bauer loses the ball, and Bentley Bauer comes up with it over to Addison Weiss. Addison Weiss back the other way. And now out to Kilbottom. Kilbottom inside to Hurlbert. Hurlbert up and in. Hurlbert has 10. 35-11 now Panthers. Inbounded to McDonough. McDonough over to Bauer. Nearly loses the ball. Whistling a foul on Bentley Bauer. And so inbounding it now will be McDonough. McDonough now to Blanford. Blanford across the timeline now. Timeout. No, whistle and a foul. Offensive foul. Thought it was timeout, but foul's going to be on number 11, Glaus. And so it'll go back to the Panthers. So Weiss now to inbound it. Inbounds it to Kilbottom. Kilbottom back to Weiss. Weiss across the timeline. Weiss now to Kilbottom. Kilbottom on the right wing. Kilbottom back over to Oth, top of the key. 3 ball by Paige Oth. 38-11 now, Panthers lead. McDonough across the timeline now, back over to Bear. Bear inside now to Klaus. Klaus in the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Weiss. Weiss quickly back the other way, over to Bauer. Bauer kicks it back out now. Kilbottom, left wing, 3 ball, shot no good. And loose ball, tip, coming up with it is Oth. Off to Kilbottom. Kilbottom to Oth. Oth nearly lost the ball, but gets it off to Bauer. Bauer on the left wing. Inside now to Weiss. Weiss in the lane, whistling a foul. Foul will be on number 20, and that is Hannah Bear, her first. And so now to inbound it on the far side will be Weiss. 2:31 left in the half. Panthers lead 38-11. Weiss inside pass to Oth. Oth up and in. Inbounded now to Bauer. That's Kenzie Bauer. Bauer now back over to McDonough. McDonough comes down to the left wing, or right wing rather. Inside pass. Shot put up by Klaus. Whistling a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on Hurlburt, her second. And Pickering getting ready to come back in. Coming up, our SFB Security Financial Bank halftime show, along with the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency. We'll have a news update from ABC Radio News, NASCAR news update. Try and get some scores as well. And our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. That's coming up during our Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show. All right, first free throw no good. Next free throw on the way for Klaus. Panthers lead 40-11. And shot no good. Rebounded though by Forster. That's Hannah Forster. She comes out to the left wing. Back over to Bear now. Bear hands it off to McDonough. McDonough now back to Izzy Forster. Izzy Forster to Hannah. Hannah, top of the key, whistling a travel. So it'll go back to the Panthers. Inbounded now to Weiss. Weiss across the timeline. Over to Bentley Bauer. Bauer now to Oth. Oth, that's Paige Oth. She'll drive left baseline. Bounce pass inside to Weiss. Weiss loses the ball. And coming up with it, it's tried to nearly had it back, but then coming up with it is McDonough. McDonough back across the timeline. Over to Bear. Bear now inside to Forster. Drives left baseline, puts up the shot, up and in. So that's Hannah Forster, and now it's 40-13 Panthers. Weiss across the timeline. Weiss now over to Oth. Oth on the left wing. Bounce pass to Bauer. Bauer now kicks it out to Pickering. Pickering top of the key. 3 ball shot in and out. No good. Rebounded by number 12, and that is Forster. Hannah Forster back to McDonough. McDonough quickly the other way. A 3 ball on the other side. Shot no good. Rebounded though by Forster. Loose ball coming up with it is Kilbottom. Kilbottom back the other way. She'll keep it herself. Splits 2 defenders. Shot no good. Pickering crashes the glass. Shot no good. Rebounded by McDonough. McDonough now back across the timeline. Over to Bear. Bear on the left wing. Now to Forster at the top of the key. That's Izzy. And whistle and a foul. Foul, I think it's offensive foul on number 10, Izzy Forster, and that'll be her second. 44 seconds remaining in the half. 40-13, Panthers lead. Again, the SFB and Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency halftime show coming up. ABC News on the way. Get some sports NASCAR news as well, all coming up. So inbounded now to Weiss. As J.C. Kitchener now in for the Panthers to Bauer. Bauer now to Pickering. Pickering top of the key. Back to Emily Popal. Popal now kicks out to Kitchener. Kitchener 3 ball shot no good. And rebounded by Forster. Forster back to McDonough. McDonough down to the right wing, into the lane, kicks it back out now to Bear. Bear has the ball stolen. Stolen by Kitchener. Kitchener keeps it herself. Puts up the shot, no good. And no, it's going to be, they're going to say it's off of the Wolves, and so it will stay Panther ball. 13 seconds remaining. 40-13, Panthers lead. So Bauer to inbound it. Looking, and gets it out now to Weiss. Weiss top of the key now to Popal. Popal thought about the three, decides against it to Kitchener. Kitchener, thought about the three as well. Pickering says, I'll do the three. Shot no good. Rebounded by Popal. Whistle and a travel. And so now to inbound it will be McDonough with 2 seconds left. And here comes the long three. Shot no good. We're at halftime as the Panthers lead 40-13. It's Durand Panther girls basketball here on WRDN.
You're never too old to learn something new. The Durand, Arkansas School District is now offering community education classes this winter. Classes are held via Zoom from the comfort of your home. Easy to schedule, inexpensive, and not a long commitment. There are classes in art, technology, health and wellness, baking, and more. To find out more, visit the Durand, Arkansas website and click on the Community Connections tab or pick up a booklet at the Durand Public Library. Join your friends and neighbors and learn something new by taking a community education class with the Durand, Arkansas School District.
Time for the Security Financial Bank and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Halftime Show. Brought to you by Security Financial Bank. Secure your future at Security Financial Bank, Durand, Eau Claire, and River Falls. And the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency of Durand.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with whom? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurances. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Call the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency of Durand at 715-672-5228 or visit them online at jerrythompsoninsurance.com.
With classes starting again, now is a perfect time to show your school spirit with the new Panther mascot debit card from Security Financial Bank. SFB's Panther debit card is free with each new checking account, and SFB will donate $10 to Durand High School for each new card printed this school year. Now that's something to cheer about. Stop in the SFB office in Durand or call 888-254-0615 to make an appointment today. Go Panthers! Security Financial Bank, member FDIC.
ABC News, I'm Mark Remillard. This evening, the House is debating a resolution that Democrats hope will force President Trump to leave office before his term ends next week. It calls on Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment and declare President Trump unable to do his job. In this case, accusing President Trump of encouraging rioters to carry out last week's deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol. If Pence does not act, the House will vote tomorrow to impeach the president for an unprecedented second time. The number 3 House Republican says she will vote yes on a single article of impeachment for incitement of insurrection. Here's ABC's Andy Field.
House Republican Caucus Chairwoman Liz Cheney saying she will vote yes on impeachment, saying the president lit the flame for this attack on the Capitol and that everything that followed was his doing. Representative Cheney saying there has never been a greater betrayal by a president to his office or the Constitution.
Also voting to impeach New York Republican John Katko and Illinois' Adam Kinzinger. This is ABC News. Former Michigan Governor Rick Snyder and other state officials now facing criminal charges, including involuntary manslaughter in connection with the Flint water scandal. Lead contaminated the water system in the mostly black city in 2014 and was also blamed for a deadly outbreak of Legionnaire's disease. What's on tap for 2021? More streaming.
For the first time ever, Netflix promising a new movie each week this year with the biggest names in the biz.
I'm getting to the good part.
Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds star in Red Notice, Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence in Don't Look Up. The move comes as over half of the country's movie theaters remain closed and viewing habits are shifting to the home. This is the Consumer Technology Association put out a report Tuesday saying U.S. spending on streaming subscriptions could hit $41 billion this year, a massive number for something that didn't exist 10 years ago. Jason Nathanson, ABC News.
A pet food recall has been expanded following the death of more than 70 animals after eating sport mix pet food. It may contain fatal levels of aflatoxin. Mark Remillard, ABC News.
Sam's new project needs a project manager right away if she's going to manage to hit her deadline.
It took an extra week to get approvals, but they still want the original delivery date. I guess we'll figure something out.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Frank's Red Hot is the perfect blend of flavor and heat. That's why you can use an entire bottle to make buffalo chicken dip, the kind you might make for when you're watching the game at home. And maybe this year there's less people around to watch the game with. Yay! But that just means there's more dip, and it's all for you. Some of you may say, that's too much dip. But deep down in your heart of hearts, you know it isn't. So go ahead. Finish it. Frank's Red Hot don't judge. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with whom? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurances. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Call the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency of Durand at 715-672-5228 or visit them online at jerrythompsoninsurance.com.
With classes starting again, now is a perfect time to show your school spirit with the new Panther mascot debit card from Security Financial Bank. SFB's Panther debit card is free with each new checking account, and SFB will donate $10 to Durand High School for each new card printed this school year. Now that's something to cheer about. Stop in the SFB office in Durand or call 888-254-0615 to make an appointment today. Go Panthers! Security Financial Bank, member FDIC.
The champ gets to know his new teammate.
I think he really is a good dude.
I'm Woody Kane. The story next on NASCAR Today.
Progressive presents The Sounds of the Old World.
The year is 2019, and someone is waiting for a table at a restaurant.
Thompson, party of 4. Thompson, party of 4. Thompson, oh, there you are.
This has been The Sounds of the Old World.
Brought to you by Progressive, where drivers can still switch and save like it's 2019.
Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I am legendary. The place where history is written in rubber.
Man, I'll tell you, it's a hard race to win.
A 200-mile-per-hour tribute to those who came before.
We won it, we won.
A once-in-a-lifetime celebration of speed. I am only believed when seen.
I can't believe it.
I am the Great American Race. I am the Daytona 500. The Daytona 500, Sunday, February 14th on Fox. I am NASCAR.
Big changes are a part of the 2021 landscape at Hendrick Motorsports. Reigning champion Chase Elliott is in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Chili Bowl Nationals this week, racing dirt midget cars. His new Cup Series teammate, Kyle Larson, is there as well, and presumably they'll have a little time to get better acquainted.
Race with him a bunch. But I can't say I have a really close friendship or anything with him off the track. So looking forward to getting to know him better and trying to improve HMS as a whole.
We'll hear from both tonight on NASCAR Live at 7 Eastern Time as we have reports from the Chili Bowl and break down the changes at Team Hendrick. I'm Woody Kane. This is NASCAR Today on the Motor Racing Network.
You know, our lives are busy, and at times it's hard to seize an opportunity, especially one that's good for us. Eating fresh fruits and vegetables from Durand Fresh Market is simple and good for your health. Strapped for time, Durand Fresh Market has all the ingredients for a healthy meal for your family that can be prepared in under 10 minutes. Today and every day, Durand Fresh Market is filled with hundreds of healthy options, including locally grown items. Hometown proud, Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
And welcome back to Elmwood-Plum City and Plum City High School as We're getting ready for the second half. Panthers leading 40-13 on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. In girls basketball, it was Augusta winning over Gilmanton 66-40. Meanwhile, we have, let's see here, Menominee. They are leading Sparta currently in boys hoops, score of 21-14. And from our JV game earlier tonight, it was Durand winning that game easily, 39-8. So here it is Panthers leading 40-13 as we get ready for the second half. And thank you to Prime Realty Durand and Mondovi. Visit their website at PrimeRealtyMidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. Adam Super Service of downtown Durand, your Napa Gold Car Care Center, offering you shuttle service and loaner vehicles while they fix your vehicle. That's Adam Super Service Durand. And Tech, your premier communications entertainment provider. Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access at Durand. Visit their Facebook page for daily and weekly specials from Endless Summer. Again, on their Facebook. And again, thank you to all of our high school sports sponsors. They make our broadcasts possible here on WRD. And please thank them for all of their support and support our local businesses. Panthers get the ball to start this second half. Panthers will be going from right to left. The Wolves left to right. Here we go. We're underway. Inbounded to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline now. Over to Kilbotton. Kilbotton top of the key. Kilbotton now to Sabelko. Sabelko left wing to Sand. Sand now over to Carruthers. Carruthers right wing back to Kilbotton. Kilbotton to Sabelko. Sabelko inside to Hurlburt. Hurlburt shot blocked. Tip to Hurlburt now will kick it back out to Sabelko on the loose ball. Sabelko into the lane. Does a spin moves. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by the Wolves. That is Glaus. Glaus to McDonough. McDonough now across the timeline. Over to Forster. Forster back to McDonough at center court. Now down to the right wing to Blanford. Blanford are going to stand the outside. As inside now to Forster. Here comes a three ball. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kilbotton. Kilbotton quickly back the other way. Comes across the timeline now. Over to Sabelko, loses control, regains control now. Over to Carruthers. Carruthers to Kilbotton. Kilbotton on the right wing. Kilbotton now stop over to Hurlburt at the top of the key. Now to Carruthers. Carruthers left wing. She'll drive inside. Bounce pass back out to Kilbotton. Kilbotton head fakes. Now top of the key. Shot no good. Crashes the glass. Gets her own rebound up and in. Whoa, Madison Kilbotton just put the shot up and then just went for the hoop. 42-13 Panthers. Across the timeline now comes Bear. Bear over to Blanford. Blanford on the right wing. Long cross-court pass now to Bear. Bear back to Blanford. Inside pass now. Shot put up. No good. Rebounded by Sand. Sand now to Sabelko. Sabelko to Carruthers. Carruthers on the right wing to Sabelko. Sabelko top of the key. Downtown type of three. Whoa, big one. Shot no good. Rebounded though by Sand, whistling a foul as she drives left baseline. Foul will be on number 20, and that is Bear, her second. First team foul of the half. Inbounding it now will be Kilbotton. Kilbotton to Hurlburt. Hurlburt in the corner. Now back to Sand. Sand to Kilbotton at the free throw line. She'll square up. Sure, why not? Take the shot. No good. Rebounded by McDonough. McDonough back the other way. She'll come down into the lane. Kicks it back out to the wing. Three ball. Shot no good. And rebounded by Hurlburt. Hurlburt fighting for it and manages to get the pass off to Sand. To Kilbotton. Kilbotton over to Sabelko to Kilbotton rather. She'll drive in from the left wing, up and in. So Madison Kilbotton now has 10, 44-13 Panthers. And back the other way now comes McDonough. McDonough over to Bear. Bear now back to McDonough. And Bear now three ball. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kilbotton. Kilbotton back the other way. Stop over to Carruthers. Carruthers right wing. Three ball. Shot no good. And rebounded by the Wolves. With the rebound is McDonough. McDonough now back to Bear or to Blanford. Blanford into the lane. Loses the ball. as Kilbotton steals it. And over to Sabelko now. Sabelko back to Sand. Sand in the right corner. Over to Kilbotton. 3-ball by Madison Kilbotton to make it 47-13 Panthers. Over to McDonough now. McDonough back to Bear. Bear to McDonough. McDonough to Bear. To McDonough. Host of changes coming up for the Panthers, and the ball thrown out of bounds. It'll go back to the Panthers. Weiss coming in, Oth coming in, Bauer coming in, and Pickering coming in. Carruthers will stay in. Everybody else from the starters are out. And with a 47-13 lead, they may be done for the night. Inbounded to Carruthers. Carruthers now to Pickering. Pickering, right wing, 3-ball. Shot short, no good. And jump ball is Bentley Bauer fighting for it with McDonough. And so it will stay, or it'll go back rather, to the Wolves. And so inbounded to back to McDonough back to Glaus now. Glaus into the lane, whistling a foul beforehand, and that's going to be on number 30. That will be on Carruthers, her first team foul. Kelly Krogstad coming in now for